What's up, guys? It's Looney Tin T. Today we're going to show you guys a frost dragging guide on how to make a little bit more or a little bit less than 3.6 million GP an hour. So when I'm killing frost dragons, I'm usually getting 3.6 million GP an hour. And when you first start it, remember this. I'm going to give you guys a few tips right off the bat so you guys aren't confused about frost dragons, because I've seen a lot of guides out there and I don't think anybody's has explained this in any video. When you first start doing frost dragons, you will not make 3.6 million GP an hour. Even if you have the exact same gear as the guy that you're going against, more stats, whatever, you won't make that. And the reason for it is because it takes a little bit of practice. It's taken me about, I think it was about 5,000 frost dragons before I finally figured it out. Okay, this is what I need to do, because I was stuck in the boat where I was killing about 160 to 170 an hour. Now I'm killing way more than that just because I've figured out how to do it. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and we're going to get into 3 different gear setups. So here's the first gear setup, and this is what the first thing that I recommend everybody doing. Don't take any overloads, don't take any super attacks, super strengths, full inventory, beast of burden. You guys will get into that. But when you first start killing these frost dragons, take enough supplies for 1 full inventory. Come back, get it again, redo, redo, redo. You're going to learn it a lot faster, and you're going to realize that banking is not too bad. So if something happens and you screw up, you don't sit there and have a pack yak that has 50 minutes left and you realize, I screwed up, I got to go bank anyway, because it's kind of frustrating to do that. So the first setup is I have a super anti-fire. Actually, it's not even a super anti-fire, it's a regular because I'm noob. It's an anti-fire and it has 2 of them. You can actually do 1 when you get better. 2 is just, for full inventory, 1 dose is enough, which is about 6 minutes. You can get 28 frost dragon bones in that when you start learning how to do it. When you first start doing it, you will need 2. Don't take any more because you're going to take away the anti-fire. If you have a big dose of 4 or a flask of 6 and you're filling up that spot with a frost dragon bone, it's a waste of an inventory. So don't bring more than 2. I have some food. Food's optional. This is the best way to learn it. You don't have to buy any noted papers. You don't have to do any of that yet. To get in your feet wet, to learn it, take that, go kill. So let's go ahead and get into the next stage when you guys are a little bit better. So here is an example, because whenever you guys are watching guides, use them as examples, not full guidelines. This is my Beast of Burden setup. I have my pack yak with my yak scrolls, with my anti-fires. Usually I'll have a super strength and a super attack. Today I'm not worrying about it just because I'm showing you guys the guide. And I have some food. I leave 4 inventory spaces there because how you're killing the frost dragons when you're using a Beast of Burden, you're using the yak or you're banking or whatever, and you don't want to have a lot of space, or you don't want no space because you can't pick up the bones. You don't want too much space because you won't be able to stay there as long. So I found 4 room on the bottom works best for me. That's your Beast of Burden setup. You guys can use a Terror Bird, a Tortoise, or a Pack Yak. Either one of them's fine. The Pack Yak, you're going to stay there a little bit longer. If you bring super or summoning pots and stuff, some people swear by it. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's that much better. But, that's kind of your Beast of Burden setup. Now I'll get you into the setup that I always do. So here's the setup that I use a lot. Like I said, you can withdraw 2 food or 3 food for your super set or whatever. I have my unicorn. I use a unicorn with noted papers, and I usually bring 250 noted papers each run. The reason why I bring 250 is because I usually kill about 220 to 250 an hour, so that's what I bring. Now, depending on how long you decide to stay, depends on your anti-fires, because you guys got to think of it. If you take a 4 dose of anti-fire, each one lasts 6 minutes. Count it as 5 minutes, because usually you're potting at 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. Maybe you mess up, click it, whatever. So kind of determine it at 5 minutes, and then bring some food. Now you won't use all this food if you're using like the vamp aura, which heals you 5% of the damage you deal. It's lasts an hour, but you can only do it one time every 3 hours. So this is the setup that I like to take, and I could stay here for a very long time. I usually end up eating my food to force fed, I guess you can say, so I can fit more frost dragon bones when I have all my noted papers gone. Now, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to kill it. I'm not gonna go there right now, but I'm actually gonna show you guys in a different way, in a different theory. So let me go ahead and set that up. Okay, so no, this isn't a set of lungs. What this is actually the frost dragon lair drawn out. And these little dots are where the frost dragons spawn. I could have a few of them messed up, but this is from what I remember. So what I like to do is I like to kill on the right side, because the right side gives me maximum kills. The left side is a little bit slower in my opinion. So let's say I'm here. The main thing that you guys want to do is once you kill one, don't wait to loot. The maximum that you guys can get is if you do it this way. You come in the room, you kill one, you run to the next one. You kill, run to the next one, kill, run to the next one, kill, run to the next one, kill. Now by that time, if you're super fast, you can get about one more. If you're a little bit slower, you might only get 4. But by that time, this other one's going to start refreshing. So after I kill, I go kill 1, kill 2. I'm not looting yet. Kill 3, kill 4, kill 5. I run over here to kill this because he's in the same spot where he spawns. So as I kill, I loot. I go to the next one. As I kill, I loot. 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 And I continue to make that circle. I don't stop to loot. I loot on the go. And that way I have no downtime on looting, because what you guys will notice is when you guys are fighting these frost dragons, the longest time is killing them. The longest time is killing them. The longest time is looting them. Killing them is ridiculously fast. It's the looting that slows you down. So that's why you have to make that pattern to continue to go. Now, you have to remember, I know this guy's a little bit longer, but I want to give you guys the details of my experience in this video. You guys will have crashers coming in and crashing and screwing up your spawns all the time. So let's say that you guys were killing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 minutes into it, you have a great routine. You're on this guy, one spawns, you're over here, a crasher comes in and he kills that guy. That messes up your whole routine. So usually when that happens, what I do is I don't continue the routine. I loot everything and I start a new routine in a different area. Because a lot of times crashers will only stay there for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then they'll be gone. A lot of times why I pick the top is because when a crasher comes, here's the door, they spawn right here. What they do is they have a view of the mini-map. Yellow will be the mini-map. This is what they see in their little mini-map. What they're looking for is they're looking for those yellow dots, because the yellow dots mean there's frost dragons there and there might not be anybody there. If you take the path that's on the bottom, they're going to crash you, and a lot of times they don't care. They don't have a routine set up. They start running and killing everywhere. So a lot of times I like to stick to the top, and I like to keep these two killed, because if it's a real good player, like let's say someone that always kills frost dragons, if they see there's nothing there, they hop worlds. A lot of bots and things and noobs will not care, and they'll just run in and start doing whatever. But remember, make your rotation. I'll talk about the other side too. The rotation on the other side is kind of funny. But what you'll do is when you run in, you'll kill the first one, you'll kill the second one. I like to hug the wall and kill the third one, and then come over here and kill the fourth one. And this one kind of wanders, so a lot of times you can either kill him here or here. And then I just run back up, and then I continue. And then back up, and then continue. So it's a little bit different of a routine. If you do get crashed and you have to end up doing the bottom routine, sometimes you get stuck with only 3 or 4 spawns. But you know, don't get frustrated with it. No reason to hop if you're getting consistent kills. The rule is I'll kill either one of these, and then that one's mine, this one's mine, and this one's mine. I'll come up. If he's too slow and he doesn't get one, I'll kill one, and then I'll go back over here. So that's kind of what I do. So hopefully this wasn't too confusing. There's a lot of stuff to do with Frost Dragons. There's a lot of routines. It's all about being repetitive and getting the right mindset when you go in there. I do not like if I'm going in there, I'm going to kill. If someone whispers me, or if there's someone that watches my videos, which happens a lot, they're in there, they're like, oh, hey, Looney. I try not to talk to them, not because I'm being rude, but because it screws up my rotation. A second screws up the rotation of the spawn times. So depending on your rotation depends on how fast you need to get to each one, how fast you need to kill them. Now, I didn't talk about Frost Dragons too much. They're pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes what will happen, let me clear this off and then I'll give you guys one more tip. Okay, so this is my Frost Dragon. Don't judge me. What's going to happen is, let's say this is the little entrance that we just previously saw, and let's say there's a spawn here, and a spawn here, and a spawn here. What's going to happen sometimes is, once you attack A, B is going to start attacking you. Now, sometimes this could screw up the timer, because what happens is, if you don't attack B fast enough, he'll get the blue orb of death. So this is the blue orb of death. What it does is it rotates around the target, and any damage that you do to the target does the damage to you. Now, how to avoid this? It's not really avoiding, but this is what I do whenever this happens. Let's say I'm attacking A, and B starts attacking. Now let's say I kill off A. A is dead. And then all of a sudden, he gets the blue orb. What do? Wait? I can't. I don't have time to wait. I go right to C. After I kill C off, usually these balls are off, I can go back over and I can kill B. So I go A, C, B. So whenever you guys get an orb on you, I like to pray mage because I'm in melee gear, so I don't take too much damage from fire breaths and things like that. If you're in range gear, I guess maybe pray range protection? I'm not sure, depending on what they're attacking. They attack in mage and range. So that's kind of the routine that you guys need to pull off, and it will kind of screw up your routine from this, but you know, you just got to do that until something else happens. Maybe you missed one, and then you guys can fit your routine in. So I apologize, this was such a long video, but there's a lot of ins and outs to doing these the most efficient way. And this is the most efficient way for me. There could be other ways that other people do it. I hear range is really, really good for this. But I like to train with the Dragors. And, you know, I completely smashed this place. And the biggest thing is, like I said, practice. If you want to get good at something, you practice it and you do it over and over and over and over. A lot of guides don't tell you how to kill and then loot and then kill and then loot. They just kill, loot the guy, kill, loot the guy. And I feel that slows your time, whether it can be 10 to 20 to maybe even 30 Frost Dragons more an hour. It's really dependent on you and your whatever you're doing. Don't watch YouTube and do Frost Dragons. What I like to do is I like to do Frost Dragons and do Frost Dragons only. I don't like to do anything else except maybe listen to some music so I can pay attention to what's going on. Alright guys, so you can get over 3.6. I think the most I've made an hour was like 4.2 mil an hour. And you know, I did really good that run. But the average run I usually get is 3.6. So 3.6 to 4.2 is what I get because I loot everything. I don't just loot the bones. If I'm doing just the 2 anti-fire dose with maybe 10 food, you know, it's not that much at all. But I think you get 400,000 GP a run. So that's about 5 to 6 minutes, depending if you're a little slower. It could be 8 to 9 minutes for 400k, which isn't bad. it could get you some starting GP to either get your summoning up or to buy some noted paper. So, okay, so that's the Frost Dragon guide. What I do, and there was a lot of pictures and things in here, but I apologize for my drawing. But that's about it. So take your time out and kill some Frost Dragons. Figure out what you want to do. They're weak against stab, but like I said, range works really well too. And like always, anything goes good with the Dragon Med.